Hi, welcome to Web Design Project. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found here at this URL, which is here. Okay, and we are almost done, except that our top navigation is not real, so we have to fix that. Okay, all right. So if you go to the website here, our website, and in example 10, I copy all the Bootstrap navigations from the Bootstrap page. So these are all the navigations. And the one I really want to use is probably this one. And then we can start changing stuff. Okay. So, or we can use this one and start changing stuff. That will also work. Okay. All right. Let's just go and let's copy this one. This one is easier to copy. Okay, just select this and then go and right click and say view selection source. So as you can see here, we have a nav class. Okay, light, background light, all the way to nav. Okay, so from nav to the nav is what we are interested in. So I only selected this part, and then I only want from nav to nav. Copied it, copy it. Okay, this is a good time you make a backup copy of the index. Okay, before we go and do this, you may want to come over here and create a copy of the index.html and save it somewhere else because you can totally mess it up. Okay, so it's a good time to save a copy of this, but I'm quite confident of myself. So when you do your project, it's a good time to save a copy of the index. So I'm just going to copy. I'm quite confident I can just do it. Come back here and go to the source code and say, I'm going to replace my nav, my whole nav with the nav from Bootstrap. Okay, so Control V to paste. Okay. And then I want to highlight the whole thing. I just use the Shift key, highlight the whole thing, and then I say I want to do an alignment, outdent. To align it properly. Okay. Control S to save. You come over here, the color is not right. Okay, that's not very nice. So the first thing you do is you want to fix the color. All right. So definitely not background light. And then probably navbar dark. So these are all Bootstrap framework. These are all Bootstrap framework class names. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right, and they give you a lot of things you don't need, right? Like, so definitely I need a drop down. I probably need this, and I don't need the navbar. I don't need the search, so I can get rid of those. And I'm following my structure that I designed. Okay, so I probably don't need all the drop downs, just a couple of links. So let's go and start fixing stuff. Let's see if I can do it here. If you want, you can actually do it here, right? The form, if you click on the search, the whole form is basically, you don't need a form. So I'm just going to get rid of the whole form. So that is gone, okay? And then go to the top. I need a container fluid. I don't need a net bar. So from this to this link, I don't really need. The big one, the brand, I don't really need. So I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, I need the buttons because when I collapse the screen, there should be something there. So Control S to save. What I mean is if you collapse the screen, you should have the button here, okay? All right, let's look at it here. So button is good. The first one is the div. Obviously, you need that. And then you have this one. Okay, later we are going to do a middle alignment. And then the first one is your home. Okay, so we are going to change the design according to what we agree with here. So my home is going to be all caps. And it goes to, I don't need an active. I don't need this. And this is going to be index.html. Control S to save. Reload. It works. Okay, the second one is just the link. According to what we agree with, is going to be called programs. Okay, and then keep the drop down. We definitely need the drop down. Do we have the drop? Do we need the drop down now? So the schedule is the drop down. Okay, so drop down. I'm going to rename the ID to drop down 1. Row is the bottom, drop down, expander equal to false, and it's called schedule. Okay. In the drop down menu, I don't need a divider. And under schedule, I'm only going to have two things. One is called schedule, one is called calendar. Okay. So I'm just going to get rid of this whole thing. Control S to save, reload. Yep, it works. Schedule and calendar. We're going to fix the font size later. And then the next one is instructors, locations, resources, and a drop-down menu of contact us. Okay. So I don't need a disabled. I'm just going to get rid of this. Too much thing to fix. Okay. So I'm just going to copy one of this. Okay. After the drop down, would have instructors, resources, locations. Control S to save, come back here, reload, Looks good. All don't have links. The last one is a drop down. Okay, the last one is contact us. So I'm going to copy the drop down from LI to LI. So we're going to say this is drop down 2 and it's called contact us. And one more is free class or free classes. Free class. All right. And then I'm just going to put it here, call contact us. And then here, contact us. I mean, now is a good time to give all the files names, right? So later you can just duplicate it and then create them. But I think we are good for now. Control S to save, reload. So we are all good. Fantastic, right? But the color is wrong. So the next step is we are going to change the colors, okay? All right. I think the video is getting too long. That the changing color probably will take another 10-20 minutes. So I'm going to stop this video here and continue in the next video. Thanks for watching, and in the next video we're going to fix the colors. See you soon.